Hello students, welcome back with the new lecture of chapter 1. We are going to start introduction part of exercise 1.2 from today. Students, in this lecture we are going to study properties of addition and subtraction of integers. There are 4 properties which we are going to study today. The first one is closure property. Let me first introduce what is closure property. Let me tell you what is closure property. The sum of two integers is an integer and subtraction of two integers is also an integer. Thus we say that the integers are closed under addition and subtraction, and this property is called as closure property. Students, if we take two integers and we add them, that is we take sum of them, and if we get integer only, then we can say that integers are closed under addition. Similarly, if we subtract two integers, and the resulting answer is an integer, then we can say that integers are closed under subtraction. Now let me explain you with the example. For any two integers x and y, their addition x plus y is also an integer. What is they want to tell? Let me show you with the example. Let the x be 12 and y be minus 3 and add them. So their addition 12 plus minus 3, we get the resulting answer is 9, which is also an integer. So according to the definition, if we take two integers and add them, we take sum of them, and if we get integers, then we can say that integers are closed under addition. Okay, so we can say that addition of the two integers is also an integer. Now for subtraction, let me take example. Let us take x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 3. Now let us look their subtraction. Their subtraction is 10 minus 3. You know the answer. The answer is 7, which is an integer. Thus we can say that subtraction of two integers is also an integer, and thus integers are closed under subtraction. Closure property, I think you have understood very well. Now let us move to the second property, that is commutative property. Commutative property. We will take commutative property for addition and subtraction one by one. First, what is commutative? We can add two integers in any order, and this property is known as commutative property. Let me explain you with example. If I am taking two integers a and b, and if I am adding a plus b first, and then I add first b, I take b first and then add a, I will get the same result. Let me give you example with some integers. I have taken a is equal to 5 and b is equal to minus 7 are two integers. First I am adding a plus b. I will get 5 plus minus 7. I will get result minus 2. Now I will take minus 7 first and then add 5 to it. Again I will get same answer. If I am arranging a plus b or b plus a and the resulting answer is the same, so we can conclude that the addition is commutative for integers. That means we can get the same result either of their position. If we take b first or a first, we will get the same result. That is known as commutative. Now let us see, is commutative for subtraction? Is subtraction a commutative? For that, let me again take two examples. Now let me take a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1 and subtract them first. First I am doing 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, the resulting answer will be, students, 1. And 1 minus 2, resulting answer will be minus 1. Now students, is 1 equal to minus 1? No. We don't get same result on changing their position. Changing the position of a this side, we don't get the same result. So we conclude that subtraction is not commutative for integers. Hope you are understanding this explanation. Now let us move to associative property. Here also we will take associative property for addition first, and then we will take associative property for subtraction, and we'll see if addition is associative or not and subtraction is associative or not. Okay, so students, for addition, associative property we can carry out for three integers, for any integers a, b and c. First we take a and add the addition of b and c. That is, first we group b plus c and add the resulting of b plus c to a, and this side on RHS we first add a plus b, group of a plus b, and then add c to the result of a plus b and see if the result is same. Let us take one example to explain that. I have taken three numbers. Here a is equal to minus 3, b is equal to minus 2 and c is equal to minus 5. And now we are checking if they are associative. Addition is associative or not. So first I have grouped b and c. The resulting answer of b and c, addition of b and c, gives me 7. I am not explaining right now the calculation because you know the calculation very well from exercise 1.1. The resulting answer of b plus c is minus 7. And adding a to the resulting answer of b plus c, I get the answer minus 10. Let us check this side where we are grouping a plus b. On grouping a plus b, I got minus 3 plus minus 2 is minus 10. Now the resulting answer of a plus b I am adding to the c, and to my surprise it got the same answer, that is minus 10 and minus 10. Thus we can conclude that addition is associative for integers. That means we can group any number and add the resulting number to the previous one, or first we add two group numbers and then add the resulting number to the third number, we get the same result. That is known as associative for addition. Now let us check if subtraction is also associative, and for that we are taking again three integers. This time I am taking a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5, and apply the same rule. First I am grouping a and b, and first I am grouping b and c, this here, and subtracting them. The result of this group I will subtract from the first one and see what is the answer. So 3 minus 5, the result is minus 2. Now I am subtracting this minus 2 from 2. I will get 2 plus 2, 4. Again, I am reminding you students, today I am not solving the answer because you know it very well. I am just showing you subtraction is not associative. That's why I have taken one example so that you can understand properly. Now let us see this side. Grouping this side we have grouped B and C. Now this side we are grouping A and B and see the result. On grouping A and B and subtracting them, we get answer 2 minus 3 is minus 1. The resulting answer of the A minus B, I am subtracting again to the C. So the resulting answer of the group minus C, I got minus 6. And again you can see 4 is not equal to 6. That is, if we group the numbers in subtraction, we will not get the same result. Thus we can conclude that integers are not associative under subtraction. Now, the fourth property of addition. It is only for the addition, additive identity or subtractive identity. Even if you subtract a 0, then also the result is same. When 0 is added to any integer, we get the same integer. So 0, we can say that it is an additive identity for integers. Students, let me explain you with an example. Let 6 be an integer, then if we add 0 to 6, I will get the answer is 6 only. You take any integer, you add 0 in it, you will get the result that number only. Try itself, try to solve. Thus, we can conclude that 0 is an additive identity for integers. This can be asked in fill in the blanks, so please remember it properly. This is all for today's lecture. Hope you have understood this lecture. If not, please go to this lecture 3-4 times so that you can understand properly. I will come back with the exercise 1.2 in previous lecture, in further lecture, sorry. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Bye.